Our top story now, the mortal remains of former Tata Sons chairman Cyrus Mistry, who died in a road accident on Sunday, have been brought to the JJ hospital in Mumbai. Cyrus Mistry was killed in a car accident in Maharashtra's Palghar. He was just 54 years old. Mistry, who succeeded Ratan Tata as chairman of Tata Sons but was later ousted in India's most high-profile boardroom coup, was said to have died on the spot. He was travelling from Gujarat's Udwara to Mumbai in a Mercedes car which hit the road divider in the Charoti area of Palghar, 135 kilometers from Mumbai. Pictures from the accident site showed the mangled remains of the silver Mercedes. Along with Mistry, Jahangir Pandole, Anahita Pandole and Darius Pandole were present in the car. Jahangir Pandole, brother of Darius Pandole, is the other person who died in this accident. This is the latest blow for the Mistry family, whose patriarch, Palghar Mistry, Cyrus's father, died in June at the age of 93. Their empire built luxury hotels, stadiums, factories across Asia, but was most recently known for the corporate feud with the Tata Group.
3 बजे अहमदाबाद से मुंबई जाने वाले रोड पे सूर्या रिवर के ऊपर का जो ब्रिज है, तो ब्रिज के डिवाइडर पे डैश होके मर्सिडीज गाड़ी का एक्सीडेंट हुआ है। उसमें 4 लोग सवार थे, उसमें से 2 लोग स्पॉट पे ही मृत घोषित किए गए और बाकी के जो 2 लोग थे वो जख्मी है, उनको रेनबो हॉस्पिटल में शिफ्ट किया गया है, जो वापी भी है।
Let's take a look now at the life and times of Cyrus Mistry.
Cyrus Mistry found himself under the spotlight in 2012 as he took over the reins of one of India's largest and most well-respected business groups, Tata Sons. As a 77-year-old, Ratan Tata stepped down and a much younger 44-year-old Mistry took charge, chosen largely because his father's company, Shapoorji Pallonji Group, was the largest shareholder in Tata Sons. But Ratan Tata had called him a good and far-sighted choice. Cyrus Mistry had joined the Tata board in 2006. He is believed to have made a good impression on Ratan Tata during this period. But his rise to the top was as dramatic as his fall. An unceremonious exit 4 years later in 2016. What followed were accusations and legal battles leading to a 70-year-old partnership between Tata Sons and SP Group souring to an extent that they wanted to pull out from the partnership. However, a dispute over the valuation made the process problematic. Mistry was born in 1968 to construction tycoon Pallonji Mistry. Cyrus Mistry did his graduation in civil engineering from the Imperial College of Science, Technology and Medicine in London in 1990. He completed a master's degree in management from the London Business School in 1996. But he started working in his family business from 1991 as a director. After his father passed away in June this year, he became heir to one of the world's wealthiest and oldest business groups. His untimely death at 54, just 3 months after his father's, comes as a setback to the family and also a jolt to the family-run conglomerate. He is survived by his wife and 2 sons. Bureau Report, NDTV.
Now, another news and another horrific incident this morning. On Sunday, a joyride broke out at a fair in Mohali and several people who were on the ride, including children and women, were injured. Just take a look at how it comes down. Right, absolutely horrible. A police investigation is now underway, and in that video it captures the moment that this ride, which is a ride that just drops down, but then it's supposed to stop near the bottom. However, it continued to fall straight down to the ground, and you can just imagine the impact. Several were seen even swinging out of their chairs into the air.
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਰਮਿਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਹੈ ਥਾਂ ਹੀ ਮੇਲਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦਾ
ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਉਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ, ਐਂਬੂਲੈਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ, ਏਡਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਹਾਦਸਾ ਹੋਇਆ, ਕਈ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੈਜੂਅਲਟੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ।
ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਰਕਆਊਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਦਾ।
ਤੇ ਜੇਕਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਕੋਈ ਕਾਨੂੰਨੀ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਬਣਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇਗੀ ਜੀ?
ਹਾਂ ਪੱਕਾ ਜੀ।
ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਅੱਜ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਜੀ, ਅੱਜ ਐਕਸਟੈਂਡੇਬਲ ਹੋਈ ਆ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਸੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ? ਅੱਜ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਣੀ ਸੀ ਨਾ 4 ਤਰੀਕ ਨੂੰ, ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਖਤਮ ਸੀਗੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਰਮਿਸ਼ਨ।
ਲਿਖਿਆ ਅਬ 11 ਤੱਕ 11 ਸਤੰਬਰ ਤੱਕ ਮੇਲਾ ਚੱਲੇਗਾ। ਮੈਂ ਚੈੱਕਆਊਟ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦਾ
ਸਾਹਿਬ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਲਜ਼ਾਮ ਲਗਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਦਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਆਇਆ, ਨਾ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਦੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਬਾਅਦ 'ਚ ਲੇਟ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਨੇ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੋ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਐਂਬੂਲੈਂਸ ਸੀ, ਨਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ, ਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਸੀ, ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਦਸਲੂਕੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਰੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਰੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਓ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ
ਨਹੀਂ। ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਜੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਡਿਫਾਲਟ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਕੀਤੀ।
Well, NDTV's Ghazali now joins us on the phone line for more. And Ghazali, it's absolutely horrifying seeing the way that ride just comes down and children and women, injured in that accident. Also, the reporters questioning the police, asking about, whether ambulances were there on standby and talking about some misbehavior. What are the details?
As per the reports, as per the officials, when this incident took place at around 9:15 p.m., there was sort of chaos there because you saw the visuals at how it came down, crashing with around 50 people on that swing, and around what the unofficial figures suggest that around 30 people are injured. Because when this incident happened, when it came down, the injured people were taken to the hospital on their own by their relatives who were there in the Mela yesterday. And what the eyewitnesses alleged, that the organizers had not got ambulances near the venue. Even this entire fair, which was to be held till 4th of September, had got an extension till 11th of September. So the police is still trying to verify that what lapses were there. The organizers claim that it was just a technical failure, but police say that it appears to be a case of human negligence. So the probe is on. The district administration says that till the injured people recover, the inquiry will go on. They have asked the organizers to join the probe. But severe injuries have been reported to some of those who were involved in the incident or were sitting in the swing yesterday.
All right, and tell us about this, fair. This was a Dussehra fair that was taking place, and we often see, rides like this, and now the focus will be on security checks and, what sort of rides are on offer at these fairs where a lot of people are there, and clearly no, safety arrangements were made if it took time for the ambulance to even arrive there.
See, this is a season of such fairs and melas, but as you rightly pointed out, that the authorities only wake up after such risky incidents or accidents happening there. Why there was no security check earlier? Why there was no safety measure put earlier? Because the organizers claim that they have not faced any such situation earlier, and they say that they have been holding these fairs or melas across the country. So this appears to be, the police says that whatever the reason may be, whether it was the technical failure, whether it was human negligence, but the right question is that why no safety checks were held earlier, or while giving or granting permission to them to hold this fair.
All right, Ghazali, thanks so much for joining us with those details, and hopefully now, such steps are taken to safeguard people where such fairs are taking place. And as you said, yes, it is the Dussehra season, and we're going to see many such melas happening across the country. News now from Madhya Pradesh, where a massive scam in a nutrition program has been uncovered by the auditor from ration transport trucks that were found to be motorcycles. To wild exaggeration of the number of beneficiaries, Madhya Pradesh government's nutrition program for children has been hobbled by eye-popping levels of corruption at the risk of leaving the children malnourished and costing taxpayers crores of rupees. This is what the state's own auditor has found and asked for an inquiry. It's a confidential 36-page report by the Madhya Pradesh Account General and accessed by NDTV. Let's go across to Anurag for more. Anurag, tell us more about what the auditor found. And again, it's absolutely horrifying because this happens again and again, that these programs which are meant for poor children, the poorest of the poor, to provide them nutrition, and now to find such irregularities and corruption in the program.
Yes, and we have a copy of this 36 pages document, confidential document, in which several questions were asked by the Auditor General from the state government, pointing out massive scam and irregularities in the integrated child development program, considering the fact that Madhya Pradesh remains in the top 3 worst states having MMR ratio and IMR ratio also. And they have said that despite Government of India's and Government of MP's instruction to complete the baseline survey before 2018 April, till February 2021, the baseline survey was not completed, and the school education department had said that out of school adolescent girls were only 9,000, wherein the women and child development department has said, has estimated the figures at around 36 lakhs. You can see the jump from 9,000 to 36 lakh, and they distributed the take-home ration accordingly. Not only that, the take-home ration manufacturing units production were way beyond their rated permitted capacity, which clearly indicated that the plant officials reported fictitious production. When the Auditor General compared the raw material needed and the electricity consumed by these plants, the THR production, which revealed the production of an impossible quantity of the THR, and the fake production only stood at around 58 crores. The report also says that these firms have claimed to transport more than 1,100 metric tons of the THR costing around 7 crore rupees. But when the numbers were verified from the Vahan database of Madhya Pradesh government, it was revealed that the trucks used were actually registered as motorcycles, car, auto and tankers, which they do not exist in the database at all.
Right, Anurag. So what happens now? Has there been any, official reaction to this? What happens next? Because this is a massive scam. And again, we're saying this is something that was, it's for school children, for poor children, and it was meant to provide them nutrition.
See, from 2020, we don't have any minister from Women and Child Development after Amarti Devi lost in the bypoll. So this ministry comes directly under Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Yesterday, we asked his OSDs, his office, to respond to our queries, but till now we haven't got any response from the Chief Minister's office. So either the Chief Minister or the ACS of this department will have to answer. So far, no response from the CM office.
All right, so no official response yet, but a massive scam uncovered by the auditors there in Madhya Pradesh in this scheme meant for the poorest of the poor. Thanks so much, Anurag, for joining us with those details. News now from Jharkhand, where at least 30 MLAs of the ruling UPA coalition in Jharkhand who were camping for the last couple of days at a resort near Raipur, in fact since the 30th of August, have arrived in Ranchi in a chartered aircraft on Sunday afternoon to attend a special session of the assembly that has been called today. Fearing poaching of its MLAs by opposition BJP to topple the government, Chief Minister Hemant Soren's JMM-led alliance had shifted the legislators to a luxurious resort in Nava Raipur. Hemant Soren will seek a trust vote today, a vote of trust during the special session of the Legislative Assembly. Remember, the governor has been sitting on a recommendation over his disqualification, and that has led to this uncertainty and fears of poaching and attempts to topple the government. Hemant Soren calling for a trust vote today. If we take a look at the numbers in Jharkhand, the total seats are 81 and majority mark is 42. Now the JMM has 30, the Congress has 18 MLAs, NCP and CPIM have 1 each. So that's 50 in all minus the Speaker. The strength is 49 and the BJP has 26 MLAs. Time for us to slip into a short break. On the other side, traffic snarls in Bengaluru this Monday morning once again after heavy rain has left the roads waterlogged. Welcome back. News now from Bengaluru, which was soaked by heavy rain on Sunday night, leaving many arterial roads inundated once again. So an absolute nightmare for commuters this morning. Flooding reported in various parts of the city, including Outer Ring Road near Eco Space, Balandur, Vartur, KR Market and the Silk Board Junction. Several basements of apartments, especially in the outer ring road area and IT corridor have been completely waterlogged. Let's go across to Shrija for more. And Shrija, once again, Bangalore seeing like major waterlogging and a nightmare for commuters.
Well, these are some of the areas, especially the outer ring road area, Electronic City, Bartur, Whitefield. Now, the IT corridor that we are talking about was visited by Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai himself just a few days ago. He had inspected the entire area along with the lower level officials and engineers as well, and assured the citizens of these areas especially that immediate action will be done in terms of to ensure that there is no waterlogging. But just straight a few days later, Bengaluru is underwater because parts of Bengaluru, such as the IT corridor, you also have east parts of Bengaluru that's received heavy rainfall late last night, has left several of the homes as well completely inundated. The water has entered homes inside Indiranagar. Now, these are city areas we're talking about because it's not just about the outer ring road, but also within the city, the core areas of Bengaluru like Indiranagar. Water has entered homes. It's been completely inundated. You have in HBR layout as well, people have been complaining, especially making calls to the BBMP where water has entered, the residential areas, especially the houses as well. Now, that's clearly caused a huge inconvenience. Now, what could be the reason? One of the major reasons, of course, for the flooding, what we understand is where the desilting of the stormwater drains that's not been done in a timely manner. Now, that, of course, comes under the BBMP, which is the civic body. Most importantly, the portfolio that we're talking about, the Bengaluru, the development itself, now it comes under the Chief Minister itself. So this entire portfolio that we are talking about comes under the Chief Minister Basuraj Bommai, and clearly he is unable to handle this own portfolio where, several people continue to complain and, inconvenience is caused because every time there is a spell of rain, parts of Bengaluru is submerged. So in the last 1 week or so, we went on to see how the situation has continued, and things have not really gotten better at all because we understand from the IMD that this situation, especially heavy rains, will continue to lash the city of Bengaluru and parts of our coastal areas until about September 9th itself.
All right, Shrija, thanks so much for joining us with those details. So not a good Monday morning for Bengaluru, as you can imagine what the commuting is like with the waterlogged streets. Well, that's time for us to slip into a short break. More news on the other side. Stay with us. Welcome back. The mortal remains of former Tata Sons chairman Cyrus Mistry, who died in a road accident on Sunday, have been brought to the JJ hospital in Mumbai. The post-mortem took place there last night. Cyrus Mistry was killed in an accident in Maharashtra's Palghar. He was 54 years old. Mistry, who succeeded Ratan Tata as chairman of Tata Sons but was later ousted in India's most high-profile boardroom coup, was said to have died on the spot. He was travelling from Gujarat's Udwara, where he went to visit a fire temple, to Mumbai in a Mercedes, which hit the road divider at Charoti area of Palghar, 135 kilometers from Mumbai. Pictures from the accident site showed the mangled remains of the silver Mercedes. Along with Mistry, Jahangir Pandole, Nahita Pandole and Darius Pandole were present in the car. Jahangir Pandole, brother of Darius Pandole, is the other person who died in the accident. Both of them were sitting in the back seat. Now, this is the latest blow for the Mistry family, whose patriarch, Palonji Mistry, Cyrus's father, died in June at the age of 93. Their empire built luxury hotels, stadiums and factories across Asia, but was most recently known for the corporate feud with the Tata Group.
3 बजे अहमदाबाद से मुंबई जाने वाले रोड पे सूर्या रिवर के ऊपर का जो ब्रिज है, तो ब्रिज के डिवाइडर पे डैश होके मर्सिडीज गाड़ी का एक्सीडेंट हुआ है। उसमें 4 लोग सवार थे, उसमें से 2 लोग स्पॉट पे ही मृत घोषित किए गए और बाकी के जो 2 लोग थे वो जख्मी है, उनको रेलवे हॉस्पिटल में शिफ्ट किया गया है, जो वापी में है।
News now from Canada, where a series of stabbings in 2 communities in the Canadian province of Saskatchewan left 10 people dead and 15 wounded. Authorities have said the police are now on the lookout for 2 suspects. The stabbings took place in multiple locations on James Smith Cree Nation in the village of Weldon, northeast of Saskatoon. And the Assistant Commissioner of the police said that some of the victims appear to have been targeted by the suspects, but others appear to have been attacked at random. A photograph, this photo you're seeing on your screens, of the 2 suspects involved in the series of stabbings at the indigenous community was made public by Canadian authorities.
So we have 10 confirmed deceased individuals. We have 13 active crime scenes that we are investigating. So at some of those crime scenes, there may not have been a deceased individual. There could have been injured individuals who were not deceased.
News from UK now, where the suspense over who will be UK's next Prime Minister will end today at 5 o'clock India time, as the Conservative Party will make the announcement. More than 160,000 Tory members participated in a secret ballot to choose the leader for their party who will become the next Prime Minister. Infosys founder Narayan Murthy's son-in-law Rishi Sunak is one of the contenders who's trying to win over Liz Truss, who's considered a Tory favourite. After a series of scandals involving the outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson, nearly 60 cabinet members, including Sunak, who was one of the first, in fact, resigned in protest against Johnson. If Rishi Sunak is chosen, he will become the first Indian origin head of state of Britain.
We said we wouldn't. We said we wouldn't. We said we wouldn't in our manifesto.
I am prepared to give everything I have in service to our nation, to restore trust, rebuild our economy, and reunite the country. I want to have a grown-up conversation where I can tell you the truth. A better future is not given, it is earned. That is why I am standing to be the next leader of the Conservative Party and your Prime Minister.
In other news back home, Bihar Chief Minister and Janata Dal United Supremo Nitish Kumar spoke on why he's so happy these days. Speaking at the party's National Council meeting, Nitish Kumar said that everybody wants to know the secret of his happiness these days, and according to him, it's because he got rid of the BJP, and after that even a smile that even workers gave him cheers.
आपको लगता है कि अब हम खुश रहते हैं, हंसते रहते हैं, तो खुश हंसते इसलिए है कि भाई इन लोगों से मुक्ति लेकर के अब एक साथ मिल करके सब लोग मिल करके देश को आगे बढ़ावें। इसीलिए और आप लोग भी तो देख रहे हैं कि आप भी खुश नजर आ रहे हैं, आप भी हंसते नजर आ रहे हैं, तो हमको भी तो खुशी होगी ही और जरूर आगे बढ़ेगा और देश आगे बढ़ेगा। और देश को बर्बाद करने की कोशिश जो कर रहे हैं और अपना कब्जा करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं सदैव के लिए, उन लोगों से मुक्ति मिल जाएगी और सचमुच आगे बढ़ेगा। तो ये होना है।
Now, after India's loss to Pakistan, in which Virat Kohli scored half a century, he spoke about his lean patch and how some former players reacted to it. In that context, he also shared a detail of his Test captaincy resignation, one that involved MS Dhoni.
जब मैंने टेस्ट कैप्टनसी छोड़ी तो मुझे सिर्फ एक इंसान का मैसेज आया जिनके साथ मैंने खेला हुआ है पहले, वो है MS धोनी। और बहुत लोगों के पास मेरा नंबर है और मतलब टीवी पे बहुत लोग सजेशंस देते हैं, टीवी पे बहुत लोगों के पास बोलने के लिए होता है, बट जिनके पास मेरा नंबर है किसी का और मैसेज नहीं आया। तो एक रिस्पेक्ट, एक जो एक कनेक्शन होता है किसी के साथ, वो जब जेन्युइन होता है तो वो इस तरीके से दिखता है, क्योंकि दोनों तरफ सिक्योरिटी होती है। ना उनको मुझसे कुछ चाहिए, ना मुझे उनसे कुछ चाहिए, और ना मैं उनसे कभी इनसिक्योर था, ना वो कभी मुझसे इनसिक्योर